Working man bodybuilding meals. How many meals? What kind of meals? Well, that is all dependent on you. At the end of the day, if you get enough protein in, you get enough calories in, your fats, your carbs, your micronutrients, at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. So if you have your 160-pound guy, you get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, you get 160 grams of protein in one meal, do it. I've done it. I used to do 1 meal a day. Did I make progress on it? I did. I've done 2 meals a day. I've done 3 meals a day. I've done 4 meals a day. I've done 5 meals a day. I've done 6 meals a day. I don't know if I've done more than that, unless when I was fat, I just snacked throughout the day, so it really I didn't count as meals because they were all meals. Here's the thing. Again, getting enough nutrients throughout the day. Now, is it important to get multiple servings of protein throughout the day? In the grand scheme of things, it might make a difference. Do I know the amount of difference? I don't know. Me personally, as I touched in a video before this, I do 4 meals a day at the moment. I do at least 30 grams of protein, so I do 3 shakes a day, most days. I get, well, not every day. Even my pre-workout meal, even though it's a mixture with whey, it's still technically a whey shake. It's not a shake, it's a pudding, but you can call it a shake if you want to, as far as it becomes a shake. I just add it with peanut butter, a little bit of jelly, and a little bit of cinnamon, and a little bit of almond milk, and mix it up, make a pudding out of it. So I guess I shook it up with the spatula. There you go. I have 3 of those a day. I have one of those around an hour when I get up, another one about 4 hours later, another one about 4 hours later. Unless I have my meal earlier, my big meal earlier, I'll have it before I go to bed, about 30 minutes before I go to bed. So if I go to bed about 10, I have it about 9, 9:30, somewhere right in there. Just depends on my schedule, but I try to keep it consistent. Why do I do shakes? Because they're easy and they don't make me hungry throughout the day. It's almost like a protein fast. The church I go to, they're doing fasting for the month. And to me, that's my form of fasting, so I can get my nutrients in. It's basically like a protein fast with a little bit of fat to slow down the digestion from the almond milk and what's in the protein itself. So it's about 5 grams of fat in it with the almond milk and with the protein. So it slows it down just a little bit. I have it every 4 hours, give or take. And then I have my big meal at night, a couple hours or more before I go to bed, because I have all my carbs and stuff then. Do what's best for you, where you can fit it in, but don't make excuses saying, well, I can't eat this much or I can't do that. If you can't eat a whole lot, spread the meals out. If you like bigger meals, do what I do. I have my shakes throughout the day. I don't really get hungry off of those shakes. Usually me drinking something doesn't make me hungry. It's when I start chewing, start eating, I start getting ravenous. So I'd rather have the shakes throughout the day, have my big meal at night, which is usually chicken is my protein source, so about a pound of chicken, and the rest of my food. Your meals are dictated by your lifestyle, but don't make it as an excuse not to fit them in. I would at least recommend, me personally, 3+ feedings a day. I know it's like the breakfast, lunch, and dinner thing, but if you can go to 4 or more, do it. You don't have to do that, though. If you're competing and you're going to take this serious like I'm intending to do it, then sure, cover your bases. Every variable, every stone unturned counts. If you're the everyday working man, just stick to 3, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If you can't and you have issues with eating and getting hungry and you want to fast and do intermittent fasting, do lunch and dinner. Do a big bolus of protein and everything, filling everything else around it with it at lunch and at dinner. Or supper, however you call it. And you're good. But don't overcomplicate it. Make sure you get enough protein per pound. At least, I'd say 1 gram per pound of body weight, just to cover your base. Whether you're losing weight or trying to put on muscle, cover your bases. Research says you can use less, but it makes it easier to track. Unless you're a really fat guy or girl, then maybe guesstimate your lean body mass potential. Like me, I'm 185 right now. When I started going on this cut, I was about 186. I keep my protein 185. I was doing more than that, and I just, being that I was about to go through a fat loss phase, I was like, well, should I keep it up? It really didn't matter. So I went ahead and stayed at 185. My goal is to get down to about, I don't know, 170, maybe 165, and then slowly get back up. I've got some plans I want to do in the next several months or so, and then we'll go from there. But my goal is to do it slow, manageable, but keep the meals the same. Still 4 meals a day. It keeps a sufficient amount of nutrients throughout my body throughout the day. As my stomach growls a little bit now because I'm about to have my meal here soon. Nonetheless, if you want to make this a priority, you want to make nutrition, you want to make health, you want to make fitness, you want to make bodybuilding a priority, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to take some steps. Be a man, son. Do what you have to do. But also, too, be smart about your schedule and be smart about what works for you, because only you know what works for you. If you can fast and do 2 meals, do 2 meals. But get enough protein and calories, and fats and carbs. You can do 4+ meals a day, do it. You got the access to it, do it. If you need to do shakes like I do shakes. If you want to do meals, do meals. Just get enough actual feedings in. When I say meals, I mean feedings. Where you can get your calories in, which is the most important thing, then the protein, then the fats and the carbs, and it trickles down from there. Use this advice to your own discretion, guys.